Hello everybody, it's Anthony here, and I am bringing you guys part 5 of my Xbox 360 game collection. I have about 165 plus games, around 170 actually, and this is part 5, so it's going to be this stack and this little bit over here. If you haven't already, go check out the first 4 parts. I'll have the links in the description, and as well, they will be in a giant playlist, so you can just click that playlist and it'll auto-play from the first one all the way to this 5th one, and you never have to move a button. Never have to find videos or anything like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this series. Part 5 is coming up. Circa is keeping me company, and I'm starting to lose my voice. So let's get right into this. Assassin's Creed Revelations. I haven't actually played this one yet, and I picked this up because it was on the cheap, and I haven't played Brotherhood yet either. So I want to play through Brotherhood, then to this one. And the new Assassin's Creed 3 looks excellent. Being in the Revolutionary War period, that's just so cool. So I have no opinions on Assassin's Creed Revelations yet. There's my other copy of Forza. I told you I had it. Homefront, another copy of Homefront, like I said in a previous video. Okay, this game, Venetica, I had never heard of it, ever. And I was on Amazon and I needed to get to $25 for free shipping. So I saw this, it was like $6 or something, brand new. So I added it to my cart just to get me over that $25 so I could get free shipping. And I haven't even played it yet. So I opened it, looked at the manual, and I was like, ugh. And I didn't even play it yet, so I don't have any opinions on that, and I've never even heard of it. So next up, Deus Ex Human Revolution. I only played a little bit of this, and I never played the first Deus Ex either, so I had no idea what the series was about. I kind of just got caught up in the hype around it, and it's actually fairly decent. So I wouldn't say it's as good as all the hype was, but it's still a pretty good game. And that's Deus Ex. Next up, we have an arcade bundle compilation. Let's see what's all on here. All on here. Feeding Frenzy, it's okay. Luxor 2, Boom Boom Rocket, that's pretty awesome. Uno is excellent, and Pac-Man Championship Edition is one of the best arcade games I've played in a long time. So this is a good bundle. If you can get that cheap, you can save yourself. It's like $10 for Championship Edition. Uno is like $5 or $10. Boom Boom Rocket's like $5. Feeding Frenzy's $5, and Luxor's around $5, I think. So if you can get this at GameStop used for like under $5, you're saving yourself a ton of money. Next up, Viking. I wanted to do a playthrough of this on my Nash Time channel, and I'm probably going to do it. And I've never played it. It just looks interesting. It looks like a game I would like. So on the back here, it looks like it's a third-person action-adventure game. So it looks pretty cool. Wolfenstein. I had been wanting this before it came out. I remember before this came out, me and my brother were so hyped for this one. Because we were fans of Wolfenstein in the past, and I thought it was actually a fairly decent game. It's pretty good. The online, it's not what I expected at all, but it is still, the story mode is still pretty good. I know that it got mixed reviews on a lot of websites, but if you have fun with like World War II shooters, like I do, that's one of my favorite shooter genres. Like if you've heard me mention it in some of the other parts, you might like Wolfenstein if you like World War II shooters. Next up, Unreal Tournament 3. Awesome multiplayer shooter game. Very fast paced. It's just awesome online game. And I don't think too many people play it online anymore, but that's not a problem because there's lots of bots and you probably won't even notice that it's a bot. I didn't notice. I was playing against bots for about half an hour until I looked at the scoreboards, and you scroll over to the side and you can see it says bot as their ping. So it's an awesome game. Turning Point, Fall of Liberty. This is another World War II shooter based. It's kind of like a what if kind of game, or an alternate time path. So like I believe it's if the Nazis won. It's if the Axis won World War II. So it's a completely different game. It's like the war is in America, and it's actually good for what it is, because a lot of people don't even know about these kind of games. A lot of these World War II shooters, like nobody paid attention to, just because everyone like hates that genre now. But I love that genre, and it's an excellent game. The online it's not as good as the story mode, but the story mode's really cool because there's lots of unique weapons. Like on the back, I don't remember too many of the weapons, but I remember it just being a very cool game because there's lots of like variations of weapons. So like if the M1 Grand kind of shifted to like a different gun, it changed some of its attributes and stuff like that. It's just a really cool game. Turok, I did not like it, so I only played about half an hour of it. No opinions on that. Tony Hawk Ride. This is the game that Tony Hawk tried to make. Well, he didn't make it, but they made it so that they wanted to compete with skate, basically, or they wanted to change their genre a bit, and they wanted to include a skateboard peripheral. I was worried, but I wanted it to work because I do skateboard in real life, and I'm not gonna brag. I'm not saying I'm like the most amazing skater in real life, but I know how to do a fair amount of tricks. And when I was playing on this board, playing this game, I basically just like face palmed myself. I was just so disappointed that the game didn't even work, and let alone trying to do, like, let's say if you want to do like a 360 flip or something in the game, don't even think about doing what you would in real life. It's just past this. Don't even go Tony Hawk Ride. I know GameStop couldn't even give these away for like $5 for the whole bundle. So that's Tony Hawk Ride. I know they made like Shred, which they said fixed the whole control thing, but I just completely passed on that. So next up, Tony Hawk's Proving Ground. If you're a fan of regular Tony Hawk Project 8 style, this is just like Project 8. It's got a lot of cool slow motion trick, technical things you can do with dual analog sticks. It's kind of like their combat against Skate, but it's not the way Skate is. It's just like slow motion, flick a dual sticks in any direction and does crazy tricks. No real skill required to that part, but it did come with the Guitar Hero 3 demo, and that's kind of, I remember picking this up, and that was what swayed me to buy it, brand new. So it's actually a pretty fun game, and I had a lot of fun playing that. Tony Hawk's Project 8. Awesome game. I had a lot of fun playing this. I remember before Skate came out, this is what me and my friends would play to make it seem realistic. We would make this game be realistic. Instead of going like really extreme, we would go like find like a set of stairs in the game and just do like one pedal and then just do like one kickflip down it and make it look cool. It was very, we made our own fun in this game. It's still a fun game though, even if you play it the way they want to play it, where it's like get millions of points and stuff like that. But we played it just to have it maybe a simplistic game, and it's still fun that way too. But then when Skate came out, we just left Tony Hawk in the dust. Tony Hawk's American Wasteland. This is one of the first games I got for the 360, I believe. I believe this was a launch one. See, my memory is getting so bad since the 360's been around for so long, but I remember picking this up right when the system came out, and because I was a fan of Tony Hawk back then, and the graphics were basically PlayStation 2 graphics, just in 720p or 1080p or whatever, and I was a little let down by that, but since I had already played Tony Hawk's American Wasteland on the Xbox, original Xbox, and I got this, and I played online mainly just because that's something I didn't do with the original Xbox, and I had a lot of fun doing that. It took me a long time to 100% that one. Tomb Raider Legend. I didn't play too much of this. I just didn't feel captured into the game. I want to play that new Tomb Raider game that Square Enix is making. It just looks excellent. The one that's like Uncharted style, that one looks so cool. And I'm waiting for that. So I tested out Tomb Raider on the 360. That wasn't my cup of tea. I know there's a bunch of different Tomb Raider games, but they all kind of look the same to me, so I don't know which ones are which. Splinter Cell Double Agent. This one was awesome. I remember playing. This might have been one of those early games too. See, my memory is so bad, but this one was really fun. And I had never played a Splinter Cell game prior to this, and this one caught my attention. It was just a very nice, polished looking game. Online was cool. It's just a fun game. You can go pick this up now, and you'll still have a lot of fun playing it. It does still play pretty good. Splinter Cell Conviction. This one changed the style for Splinter Cell a lot compared to like Double Agent, and it is still a really good game though. But it's kind of hard to explain how this game works, just because like you'll be playing through and you'll see like writing on stuff, like in-game hints. But it's hard to explain. Just go play it. You can get it for a good deal now. Rainbow Six Vegas 2. Awesome online game. Played so much Rainbow Six Vegas 2. Got really good at that too. Same with Rainbow Six Vegas 1. I didn't like the story on the first one. I played the online in this one. Loved the story in the second one. Loved the online in that one too. Loved T-Hunt on both of them. Had a blast playing that. Rainbow Six games are excellent. Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter 2. Say that like 10 times fast. The Advanced Warfighter games, I believe this one was one of the early launch games again, and I had a lot of fun playing this one. I remember playing online a lot with that because that was really one of the only shooters online back then, or at least third-person online shooters. Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter 2 is just basically more of the same. It's excellent content, though. Great games. The Saboteur. I actually really enjoyed this game, and it's another one of those games where it seems like a lot of my games I have actually I get mixed opinions, but I guess that's the kind of games I go for. It's got a very unique art style, and I don't remember too much of the story mode. I just remember running around and like when you would kill like a enemy, you can like take their disguise and stuff like that. I didn't play too much of the story. It's still a fun game though. Ooh, the orange box. The orange box. One of the best values you can get on the 360. And I'm going to do a little spiel here. This might take about a minute or two. So, what comes on here is Half-Life 2 Episode 1, and Episode 2. Excellent ways to play those games. Very fun. They work great on the 360. Portal. The first time Portal's been anywhere, it was on here. Played through it, had a blast. This is what my dad actually used to play Portal, and he loved it too. Now let me talk a little bit about Team Fortress. And as some of you guys might know, Team Fortress is probably one of my favorite games of all time. At least multiplayer-wise. It is probably one of my favorite multiplayer games of all time. So, on the Xbox 360, that's how I originally played it when it first came out. Like, day one, I went there, played Team Fortress 2, and I was like, oh, this is awesome. This is excellent. And back then, I had no reason to play on a PC. So I played Team Fortress on here for a long, long time. And I remember hearing when the PC version first got like their first updates to the game, I was like, oh, okay, maybe the Xbox version is just a little bit behind. We never got any updates on the Xbox version. And when that happened, the community on Team Fortress 2 on the Xbox just plummeted. Nobody played it anymore. You can go play it now. There's still some people playing it. I don't know why you would play it on the 360 because the Team Fortress 2 is free on the PC now. It's basically just the demo. So go play the PC version. It's got all sorts of more weapons, more maps, more hats, more items, everything. This Xbox version is bare bone minimum. There's nothing on it, just the basic weapons, a few basic maps, a few basic game modes, nothing. Don't play the Xbox version of Team Fortress 2. Go get it on the PC. It's free to play. It works on Mac, PC, completely free. So go get that. Next up, Hulk. I didn't play too much of it. I just maybe ran around for a bit, jumped down, squished some stuff, climbed buildings, things like that. I didn't play any of the story mode. The Godfather game. I actually really enjoyed this. I played a little bit of it on the PlayStation 2, and then when the 360 version came out, I picked this up, and I continued basically where I left off. I didn't get too far into the PlayStation 2 version, but I really enjoyed this. I didn't think I was going to because I'm usually not a Grand Theft Auto kind of guy, but I loved this game. Excellent. The Darkness. This is definitely an underrated game. I know that the sequel got a lot more attention, and that's good because this one was pretty decent as well. And I'm glad that the sequel is getting popular. Hopefully we get more of those games. Next up, The Club. I didn't play too much of this, but it's basically like an arcadey shooter. You're getting points for getting the kills and stuff like that. Let's just bring this stuff down here. Next up, Two Human. Got it for really cheap. It's actually a fairly decent game. Like you'd be surprised at how good it is, especially since it's so cheap now. Batman Arkham City Collector's Edition. I absolutely love that game. As you know, I love Batman Arkham Asylum. Arkham City is just as good, if not better. Excellent game. Being able to play as Catwoman is just freaking awesome. Challenge maps are excellent. It's definitely one of the best games on the 360, so go check it. What do we got here? Chronicles of Riddick, Assault on Dark Athena. Awesome game. It comes with the original in here as well, and it still looks excellent. This one's pretty good too. The Bigs, one of my favorite baseball games. I used to love Slugfest just because it's so over the top, and that's basically how this one is too. If you like Slugfest, you like that. Next up, Crysis 2. I would have probably picked this up on the PC, but I just got it on the Xbox because I heard that they look almost the same. So it wasn't like too big of a graphical difference for me to go just to PC. But the Xbox version is definitely fairly decent. Next up is Street Fighter 4. I do not have Super Street Fighter 4 or Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition. I just have this one. I'm planning on getting Arcade Edition pretty soon because it's getting a little cheaper now. I just didn't want to pay that much for some extra characters. The Sims 3. I do not have any opinions on this. I never even played it. Next up is Skyrim. And this might shock some people, but I still haven't played that either. So I have no opinions on Skyrim. And I really have no intentions of really playing this game. I've watched my friend play it, and it's just, I picked it up, but I don't even have plans to play it. Battlefield Bad Company 2. Why am I putting them over here? Battlefield Bad Company 2. I gave this one a chance just because it was getting a lot of hype when this was coming out. I didn't like Bad Company 1 as much, but this one is a little better than the first Bad Company. I think the online is pretty decent. I haven't gotten Battlefield 3 yet, but I plan on getting that soon. Dead Island. This game had one of the best trailers of all time, as everybody knows. But the point of this game was, well, at least what they wanted to get across was it was like story and co-op and stuff. I didn't really care for the story too much. I just had fun playing co-op and hacking zombies and stuff like that. The mechanics are pretty cool, how you can hit different spots, and it's a fun game. Definitely good for co-op. And the last one down here is BlazBlue Calamity Trigger. I haven't even played this one. It's still sealed. I have a lot of collector's editions, but I usually don't put them in with my regular games because the boxes are bigger, or these ones like this are like huge like that, so I don't put them in here. Just the smaller ones like this go with the other ones. So there you guys go. That is my Xbox 360 game collection. I hope you guys enjoyed. This was part 5, and if I get to 5,000 subscribers before September, I will be giving away a brand new Xbox 360 or PlayStation 3, so subscribe, tell some friends to subscribe, tweet it, Facebook, no MySpace. Yeah, I'm also doing giveaway on my Nash Time channel. If I get to 1,000 subscribers before July, I'll give away a brand new Hauppauge HD PVR. And on my Nash Tech channel, if I get to 1,000 subscribers before July, I'll give away a brand new iPod Touch. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video.